but I still feel like I want to like take part in that human experience of like growing a child inside of me and then pushing it out. Hello blossoms and random internet passerbyers, Cherry here. In this video I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on turning 28 years old. The last time and the only time I made a video talking about turning the age that I turned during my birthday was when I turned 21. In America, turning 21 is a big deal because that is when you can legally start drinking alcohol. And of course people still drink underage. I'm not saying that's a good thing, but it happens. However, for me, I really did not do that. I think I did it once. I did it once. But then, you know, I did it once, but then, you know, it wasn't all that cracked up to be, and it felt wrong. And then when I turned 21, I was like, oh, I can start drinking alcohol. Like, that means I'm a real grown-up. But in that video where I talked about turning 21, I talked about just feeling perplexed because like I'm supposed to be like a grown-up, but I felt very much still like a teenager. And I also felt like if you are female and you're an adult, that means you are a woman, and I did not feel like a woman. I just felt like a teenager. You know, I'm not a girl, not yet a woman, Britney Spears. Like that kind of thing, I guess. I don't know. You know what's really funny? Hold on. That song, it's just such a shame what happened to Britney. Like, I remember, like, I'm Not a Girl, Not Yet a Woman was a song that a lot of people made fun of. But, like, honestly, it's true. All I need is time, a moment that is mine, while I'm in between. And I'm making a little bit of a joke of it, but I'm making the joke with myself as the punchline, not Britney Spears. Anywho, so, where am I going with this? If you want to watch that video, it's super short because like back then in like 2014, short videos was like the thing. Now, long form content is like the way to go. And that's great because I've also become extremely more confident in front of the camera. And I can really go on and on and on. So let's go on and on about turning 28. So I guess like when I think about who I am as a person, like just like not thinking about anyone else's opinions or expectations, I am so like at peace and proud of myself. Like I think I'm doing great. But then when I start thinking about like turning 30 soon, like I feel very uncomfortable because like 30 feels like the real grown-up age. Like it seems like in your 20s, that's kind of like your test run of being an adult. You've got like 10 years to test run being an adult, unless you count 18 and 19 years old, because technically when you're 18 you're like an adult, like you're a legal age, but that you're a teenager in my view. Like those are just, I don't even know what those years are. But 20 to like 29 it seems like is your test run adult years, I suppose. So it feels like by 30 you really have to have it figured out. So I know that everyone says online that these days turning 30 is like not supposed to be a big deal, and many people don't have everything figured out by age 30. And what I mean by that is that like I feel like by age 30 you're supposed to already have been like married, have a kid, have a house, and have like a career that you're ready to stay in until you retire. And I know that's very like old style and also very difficult because like if you have a kid, like who's taking care of it, you know, all that stuff. So it's just like, it sounds like super overwhelming, but like I do feel that even though people keep saying like don't worry about it, but like I still keep thinking about it. Like I feel like there's like this ticking time bomb that like is gonna explode once I'm 30, and then like wanting to do anything I want to do is just like I'm too old. Like if I want to keep trying to do like getting a YouTube channel, like having a YouTube channel take off, girl, it's been almost 10 years. Look at where we're at now. Look at the views. Look at the views on my channel. When is it ever gonna pop off? I don't know, but God, I hope it happens. I'll never give up. Call me crazy. Anyways, so like, and then also it just seems like, I feel like it seems like 30 is like too old to like already be in like a career. Like it feels like I should have already figured that out now. And like here I am, like being now an English teacher in Korea, which everyone says is not something you can do for a long time because the salary just, it doesn't increase anymore after 3 years. And like the teaching program I'm on, which is like sponsored by the government, it really doesn't like help you transition to live here permanently. It just kind of expects you to be temporary, which I get, but like, you know, so it's like I couldn't really make it. Well, some people kind of try to make it into a career, like there's ways, but you know, it's really not like the same way as like if you work in a company, or if you're like a teacher in America, or if you're like a doctor, like those things, or you can really make like a career out of it, you know. So now I'm just like, did I just ruin everything by like coming here and just like not like, just like, what am I doing here, right? But then at the same time I'm like, no, who cares? Like I was so curious about going to another country, and if I never did this, then I'll just have so much regrets. And I do think sometimes, like, did I waste time like trying to put together like all these YouTube videos, or like trying to prepare for these like performances, or trying to put together these events that just like aren't able to be a thing anymore because of COVID? But no, I don't regret any of that because I have a lot of cool stories to tell, and a lot of fun memories, and amazing people I've met, and a lot of good pictures and videos to look back on. So like, I don't regret it, but then it's like, what am I doing? Like, and I think the main thing that makes me feel like there's like this ticking time bomb is just like, when can I have a kid? Like, I've been thinking a lot about that this year. Like, I never really thought about like wanting to be a mom, but like, I would like to be a mom at some point, you know? Like, it would just be cool to like, I think it's really amazing, like growing a creature inside of me and just pushing it out. Like mommy bloggers, well, I don't really follow them, but like some vloggers that I have followed throughout the years have now become moms. So I've just been following them, and it's really interesting and very difficult becoming a mom and giving birth. And I would definitely vlog it, but like I wouldn't do it just for the vlog. Like, knowing me and my upload schedule, I would probably like, by the time like I vlog that whole thing, I'll probably have all that footage uploaded by the time the kid turns like 5. But I would never like show my kid's face or even tell people my kid's name. Back in the kid's head, okay, fine, cool, whatever, but like the face, the name, that's really pushing it. And I would never make the kid the center of the video. It's all about me. Anyways, so it's just like, and then they say that like when you have a kid in your late 30s, you're entering like geriatric pregnancy, and that scares me. Like, I don't want to have complications and stuff like that. I think I'm pretty healthy, but like, you don't know what's gonna happen. And then it's just like, well, I gotta hurry, but like I don't want to like rush into like marrying someone. Like if I imagine like meeting a person right now, like if I imagine like getting married right now and then like having a baby in like 2 years, that really makes me scared. Like, I would hate that. I don't want to take care of anyone else but me right now. And like for example, my mom sent me some flowers for my birthday, which was awesome. Like, if you ever want to send someone flowers internationally, it's super easy. You just go to like 1-800-flowers.com, and then basically you like, oh God, I wish this was sponsored. Anyways, look at my YouTube views. Am I ever going to get to where I want to be? Like, that's also what I worry about too. I'm going to circle back to the flower thing, don't worry. Like, I feel like with turning 30, like soon, this video isn't even about turning 30, it's about turning 28, but I'm already thinking about turning 30, because what even is like 28? Like, you turn 21 and then you turn 30 is what it feels like. But that's probably why I've never made any videos in between now and when I turned 21, because those birthday ages just seem kind of insignificant. Although turning 25, you can rent a car. So that should have been one that I made a video about. I should have made a video for all the different years to record my thoughts, but you know, better than nothing, I guess. Anyways, flowers. Oh, but I still feel like I want to like take part in that human experience of like growing a child inside of me and then pushing it out. I also think that like well, like I feel like with turning, like getting older, like it's gonna be hard to like continue appealing to people, and it's just like I kind of feel like my YouTube channel is just never gonna take off. I mean, I still think it's gonna take off at some point, but I don't even know. Like I just don't think I don't know if I'm ever gonna really reach my dream of like having 1 million subscribers. Like I'm definitely not putting enough effort into it. But like I just don't know if I am the person that can really attract that much people. Like I really think I am interesting, but do enough people think that I'm interesting in return? And then with the age, like I just feel like that just hinders me even more. But like that's also maybe internalized misogyny. Anyways, back to the flowers. So, you know, you go on there and basically a person that's like affiliated with a website will like put together flowers locally of like the person in the country that you're trying to send the stuff to. And then yeah, it was really cool. Anyway, so like my mom sent me flowers, and like I was gonna take a picture with the flowers, but like on the day of my birthday, I was too tired. And so then like the next day I was gonna take the pictures, but I felt too tired. But then I noticed the flowers were already starting to wilt because I needed to transfer the flowers from like the basket it was in to like a vase, but I didn't have any vases. So like I was really getting worried. So then finally 3 days after the flowers were delivered, I finally like, you know, cleared up a space in my room, took some nice pictures with them. Check out my Instagram at Cherry Wallflower to see them. And like afterwards I had to like take the flowers out of the basket and like put them into some cups of water because I don't have a big enough vase, and they were cut really short. So like honestly, I don't want to say it stressed me out because like, oh my gosh, what a weakling. Like really, that stressed you out? But like it made me very like, I don't know, like I just felt like it was too much responsibility to take care of it because I didn't want the flowers to like go bad. But like I honestly just did not want to take care of them, and I almost want to tell my mom, please don't send me flowers again because I don't want to have to take care of them. And so it's like, you know, if I can't even take care of flowers, how am I going to take care of a whole baby? And then that's going to become like an adult and all that stuff. But I still feel like I want to like take part in that human experience of like growing a child inside of me and then pushing it out. But like, that's scary. Anyway, so, you know, I don't know, like I go back and forth on it, but when I don't think about that, I feel super fulfilled and happy with life. Like with teaching in Korea, they say it's like a career that you really can't make a career out of, so it's not really a career. It's like a transitional job that people do when they're trying to find themselves, or they have nothing else going on for them back home, or they're taking like a gap year between undergraduate degree and their graduate degree, you know? So maybe I'm a mixture of all of those things. I really don't want to go back to school, but people say that getting a master's is important, but also not important. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, but like, yeah, well, I had a lot of stuff going on with me back home, for me back home, but also not at the same time. And I also like didn't really know what I was doing. So like, you know what? I want to go to another country. Here we are. On the other hand, let's talk about something else in regards to like my age. So like I mentioned in the turning 21 video, I talked a lot about like not feeling like a woman. And I still don't really feel like a woman. Like I feel weird saying that, like I am a woman. Like there's some people out there that like really feel in touch with like their womanhood. Like they feel very comfortable talking about the feminine parts of their body in the testicular region and the crotchal regions. And I just don't ever really feel comfortable talking about that. Or I don't know, like I just it is what it is. Like I have the parts. I have these parts. I have parts. They just happen to be there. I don't feel any like spiritual connection. I don't feel any emotional connection. Like this is what I have. It's what I'm working with. But I can't really say that I'm like non-binary because if I were to check like female on the list of like, if I have to check off female for whatever reason, it feels like, yeah, I am female. I think like in the biological sense, I do feel like female, and I look very like feminine. I like makeup, I like having long hair, I love skirts. I'm not really like a jeans person. I don't really like wearing sneakers. When it comes to like femininity, I think I'm pretty like feminine. And I think like my gestures and like the way that I talk, I guess, is quote unquote feminine. But as far as like, I don't know, like maybe my brain or like, I don't know, I just feel like a person. I really feel like a person. I feel neutral. I guess gender neutral, but not really, because I associate with being female. But to say I'm like a woman or womanly feels a bit odd, but saying that I'm a man feels odd as well. I guess saying I'm a man feels more weird than saying I'm a woman, but saying that I'm a woman just feels like, I don't know, I just feel like a person. And I think that's just how it is gonna be. Like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna really like tap into like the magical feeling of being a woman. I think like my whole life I've always just felt very neutral. Never a tomboy, but never a girly girl. Even though like as I get more confident and comfortable with myself, I do like indulging more in like pink stuff and like girly girl stuff. But like on the inside, I'm just like a person. I just feel like a person, and I think that's the energy I give off as well. Like I don't think I really give off like I don't even know. You tell me in the comment section below, what energy do I give off? Let me know. But I think overall, like where I am, like if I ignore like the expectation of like where I think I should be, if I just look at my own self and my own life and my own story, I think I'm doing a great job. I think I am a very interesting person, and I've lived a pretty interesting life so far. Like sometimes I think like, oh my gosh, did I waste time like putting so much energy in those events that don't exist anymore because of COVID, or like putting so much energy into these videos that like barely anyone watches. I don't want to say no one watches, because someone's watching it. You're watching this right now, and you might have watched my previous videos as well. So I don't want to discredit or not appreciate you and what you're doing right now, what you've done in the past, and hopefully what you'll continue doing in the future. But I don't really have a lot of views, so it's like, am I wasting my time? But when I think about it on the other hand, like I don't regret like putting all that effort into all that stuff in the past, and I don't regret doing this right now. Well, I guess I can't regret it because I'm in the process of doing it right now, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I feel like as I get older, I definitely feel like just more and more true to myself. And that is a really awesome feeling. Although I think for the most part in my life, like a lot of people always said like, wow, I really like how you just do your own thing. And I'm like, really, do I? And I guess I do. Because I remember like in my yearbook in like middle school, I forget which year, probably 6th grade, someone wrote in my yearbook, like, you know, on the end pages, I don't know what culture you're from watching this video, but like in America, like you'll have like a yearbook that has like all the pictures and teachers of everyone that was a part of that school of that year. And then at the end you have these blank pages where people, your friends, can like sign nice messages like have a good summer, or like, oh, I love that memory we made together in math class, like those kinds of things. I'm honestly like out of breath right now. Anyways, so like one person wrote, like, I forgot what it was, but they basically said something like, I really like how you're always so true to yourself. And I'm like 12. Maybe I'm bragging a little bit, but that's, you know, I'm pretty proud of that. I mean, I guess it goes with being like an only child and not having too many friends like in my neighborhood. I had just like one neighborhood friend, and like she was a bit like kind of weird too. I'm like, I'm weird. Like we were both kind of weird kids. So it's like, you know, I never really had too much outside influence except, and then I was also, except school, but like I was also just like a quiet kid in school. So like it was really easy for me to just become my own person. So maybe that's just like my privilege, I guess you could say. But I guess I've always been that way. But I do think that as I get older, I do feel more confident. I think you can even see that in my videos as well, how I'm expressing myself and being more and more open about who I am, and perhaps talking more confidently in front of the camera. Because in my turning 21 video, at the end of that video, I said like, oh, I don't know what's the point of this video, but thanks for watching. Girl, we know, you and I, us, me, I knew the point of the video. The point of the video was talking about my thoughts about turning 21. But because I was not super confident, I just like kind of dismissed, like, why should you even watch this video is basically what I was saying. Like, I don't know what the point of this video is. Why are you watching it? But I'm not like that anymore. That's why this video was so long. Those are my thoughts on turning 28. I think another thing too is like, I feel like I wish I had like the confidence that I had now when I was younger, because I probably would have created so much more stuff and I probably could have built more momentum to like getting more popular on the internet. But I just didn't have that back then. But now I do. And hopefully it's not too late, but let's just not think about that. Anyways, I think I've said enough stuff. So if any of this resonated with you, or if you have any opinion on what I said whatsoever, let me know in the comment section below. Finally, now that we're at the end of the video, I don't feel so out of breath because I was really just saying whatever was on my mind, and I really had my thoughts going like 1,000 miles per minute. And now I feel like I can finally catch a breath. So thanks so much for watching, and you'll see me in the next video of mine you decide to click on.